Hi everyone, hope you're well. So it's Monday the 15th of April 2013. So this is still vlog every day in April, and that means it's halfway because there's only 30 days this month. So what have I been doing today? I meant to, like I said yesterday, I wanted to start doing more Minecraft content, and I found a really good mod that I wanted to do a video on. I won't say what it is, just in case I might actually get it working and do a video on it. But the problem is, I've been messing about with Forge, and for some reason, some of you might know what Forge is. It's like it's kind of like a mod that you have to install to get a lot of other mods to work. It's like a framework or a foundation. And but it won't install properly today, and I don't know why. I've used it before. I think it's something to do just with the latest version, and maybe my Minecraft folder is so messy that I think there might be some remnants of other mods or something interfering, or I don't know. So I need to actually make the effort to clean up my Minecraft folder in general, I think, as I think something's interfering and that's a problem. But yeah, so that's a bit frustrating because I spent a couple of hours just trying to get the mod to work, and then obviously I can't get that time back. So that's one frustration that's made me reconsider doing mod videos again. I know they are very popular though if you can get them working. But I don't know. I have to see about that and kind of decide what to do, because it's a bit of a problem when it's unforeseen delays. It might not be great in the long run, but then maybe I shouldn't judge an entire idea just on my first attempt kind of thing. Well, first attempt for a long time. I did do one mod video a long time ago about a zombie survival mod, which I think is an awesome mod because it completely turned the game into like a different game. It wasn't just adding something to Minecraft, it was turning it into a new game. But this one isn't that. This one is just adding something to Minecraft, but I think it's a really good one. But I'll try and get it working and then you can see what it is. So what else? I then thought, well, maybe something I was thinking I might do is to do videos of Flash games if I can find some cool Flash games. And I used to be a lot more into Flash games than I am now. So I think I mentioned before, one of the things that I used to do for money was making Flash games, and I still actually some of my income now is from Flash games that I made like 4 or 5 years ago that have adverts on and people still play them. And so when I was really into making them, I was also playing a lot of them, seeing, like being involved with the community, spending a lot of time on like Congregate and Newgrounds and stuff, and but not so much anymore. So I thought I'll go over to Newgrounds and see if there's any good games, and then I tried out one game which I didn't really like, and then I tried a second game which I ended up playing all this afternoon. It's called what was it called? It's called like Galaxy Conquest or something. I've just completed it now and thought, I've just spent 4 hours playing that. So again, that's my time I can't get back. Playing it, I thought, shall I? Because my idea was that I just kind of do an LP playing it video, and I decided that it wasn't fast moving enough, because it's kind of like you build a spaceship and then you just go along shooting everything, and then you buy new modules and stuff. So the building a spaceship bit's really cool, but it's quite slow moving. So I thought it's not really very exciting for an LP. Maybe it would be good to review it, and so I might kind of start doing kind of Flash game recommendations, which will be a bit like edited reviews, but doing the thing that I like to do, because I'm not really into reviewing. I don't really like slagging off other people's work. And so a bit like the spirit of the Minecraft show is that I like recommending and promoting people that I think are good. And if I don't think that something's good, I don't talk about it. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, kind of thing. And that's not to slag off all reviewers, because some reviewers are really good at being critical in a very balanced, constructive way, and also are very open about the idea that it's just their opinion. Some reviewers not so much. Some reviewers really think they're are a little bit full of themselves, which I find frustrating when most reviewers, whether it's films or videos or even books and stuff and art especially, a lot of reviewers and critics don't actually do the thing that they're critical of themselves. They just slag off people that do. So I've always had a little bit of not a hatred for reviewers in general. That being said, quite a few of my friends are reviewers of various things. So it's not all reviewers, but if done right, then it's great. If you recognise that your job is to inform the public of your opinion, so that people who know that they have a similar taste to yourself will find or know that they have the opposite taste to yourself, will find a review useful and can judge something based on what they know of your taste in blah 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 blah. Some reviewers, bad reviewers, however, tend to think that it's their job to kind of pass judgment on stuff. And I think that's a kind of bad approach. So anyway, that's my little rant about reviewers. But I might do reviews of Flash games, which is where I was going with that. And to be fair, I did used to make Flash games myself, and used to be very involved with it and play a lot of other people's Flash games. So I've got a kind of foundation that I can work from. And however, I wouldn't do it straight away because I'd need to start spending more time seeing what's out there at the moment and see what the current trends are, and more to make sure that I don't hype something up that isn't actually a big deal just because it's the first time I've seen it, but it might be like a trend or an idea that's been around for a couple of months or a couple of years since I stopped paying attention so much. So I'm thinking of doing that. And on the subject of that, as a lot of you know, I'm working on quite an ambitious game project of mine. But it's not ambitious in terms of programming, but it's ambitious in terms of the system that I'm having to make up for it. And but I was thinking, in the meantime, at the end of this month, on the weekend of the 26th, Friday 26th to Sunday, is the next Ludum Dare, which some of you know, or Ludum Dare, I think you meant it, which is a game jam, which some of you know I entered last time and threw together a rather short one-level platformer, which I made ridiculously hard because I only had time to make one level. And, well, I would have probably had more time to make more levels, but if you have more than one level, then you have to program in the functionality of being able to swap to the next level and storing multiple levels and swapping to the next one, and etc., which is just a tiny bit more work when you only have 48 hours, which is the game jam. I decided to just skip that and just have one level so that I didn't have to mess about with that. I could just kind of what you call hard code in a single level, which isn't a good hard coding's when I think it's called hard coding, I call it hard coding, is when your code isn't very flexible. Basically, it's not the best way of coding, but it's usually just to achieve a purpose, and you know that it doesn't need to be changed. you can just hard code means you just basically do it the most simple way possible. But it means that, in this case, it means that I just did one level only. But the downside is it means that I hadn't programmed in the possibility of going to a next level and storing multiple levels. So, but I think of Ludum Dare because the game I did last time, I could go back and program in some more levels, and it was fun because it's interesting to see how much you can actually get done in 48 hours, and what new things you can do. Like I used a new pixel art program which I hadn't used before, and I also used a music composition thing which I never used before. And some people hated the music, quite right. I thought the music was just a complete joke because I just threw it together. But it was actually one of the highest scoring categories on my game. I got one of the best scores I got was for the music, which is very, very amusing for me as well. I was also amused I got quite a high score for sound effects, when actually I made the sound effects with my mouth. And but there's particular sounds in it that I'm quite amazed they came from my mouth, and it just, it's just selective cutting and editing of the sound. But yeah, it was really fun, and I'm doing it again when it comes up in a couple of weeks because it's fun seeing how much you can come up with just in 2 days. And I think that maybe I should do more Flash games again. And obviously I'm working on this my game, my bigger game, and I think it might help though if I did a couple of small ideas. I think I mentioned in the previous vlog that while working on this game I come up with extra little ideas, or I come up with little ideas for it that don't fit, but the actual little idea itself is quite interesting, and I think, I'd like to put that in a different game. So it would be nice to have small projects on the side. It would also get me kind of warmed up and coding a bit more as well, rather than just working on this one big project all the time. Kind of give a bit of variety and get my brain working and a bit more, and not just looking at one piece of code, but experimenting with trying different things, and then that in turn might give me ideas in the same way that gameplay ideas give me ideas for other things. Coding more different things might give me ideas for ways to code and blah blah blah. Anyway, so yeah, I think I might do. I'm tempted to do one Flash game a month, which I know there's kind of a movement, like a group of people who do that I noticed were promoting themselves and encouraging people to join in last Ludum Dare, because they were like, hey, you've made a game in 48 hours, why don't you make a game every month now? Which is definitely doable. So I was tempted to do one a week, but that's quite a big commitment, because to have to do something on it every day, and then it's a thing of, just because something's possible in good circumstances makes it difficult in harder circumstances. Again, something I've talked about in these, I think, because with these unedited vlogs I could do much more interesting edited vlogs every day, but then on days where I'm not feeling so great it would be hard work. So I'd rather it feel easy on good days, and then it can still get done on bad days. So I might do, long story short, I might do one Flash game a month, and if I do that I will do videos about it as well, and those will go, I guess those will go on my gaming channel, because it's a gaming channel, so I think it would be the most relevant place. So I'll be on there in amongst my Minecraft stuff and everything else. Also played a bit of LOL today as well. I might go back and play again in a minute, because I played it before my first win of the day thing was active. So anyway, I hope that wasn't too rambly. But long story short, I'm thinking of doing a bunch of Flash games as well as the big game I'm working on, which is going to take a bit longer. I mean, I think the natural concern is I'm worried that if I start doing Flash games, I'll forget about my big project. But I don't think that's going to happen because I really want to do my big project. So, if anything, it'll probably be the smaller games will be the ones that will get neglected. And it would be nice. The other thing with smaller projects as well is it's nice to get something finished, rather than working on one big thing forever and ever. It's nice to have little projects that I can wrap up and go, bang, done, check it out, and then maybe even do a sequel and improve on the first and stuff from feedback. So anyway, as 16 minutes anyway, I hope you're having a good day. And the weather's really nice again today, which is really great. So I hope the weather continues. I'm possibly tempting fate, but I hope you're well, and I hope the weather is nice where you are as well. And I will see you later.